This week on Country Music Junkies, we have singer-songwriter, Toronto-based Mandy Bo on the phone. Mandy, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So I want to kind of start at the beginning for you because I understand you're originally born in Windsor and then made the trek to Toronto, are now Toronto-based. What kind of started this whole musical adventure for you?
Oh gosh, it's hard to say. I kind of was born with music in me. Like, I pretty much came out singing. I used to put on shows for my family when I was little and all kinds of stuff. But as I got older, I kind of developed a bit of a shyness and came away from it. But I never stopped wanting to do it. I would rehearse for like talent shows, but then I would never go audition.
Aww.
Yeah, and then finally I kind of, I really wanted to get into modeling, so I kind of pushed for that. It was a little less soul-bearing sitting in front of the camera, and then someone asked me to audition for a film, and I was terrified, but I did end up going and doing it, and I got the lead role, surprisingly.
Wow.
And that was, yeah, it was crazy to me. Like, and I went to the Montreal Film Fest, and through that I kind of built my confidence back up and was finally, like, just ready. I was like, I just sort of knew that it was what I was supposed to do, and I just couldn't deny it anymore, that I was like, I need to give this a shot. I don't know what the purpose is, but, like, what my purpose is in it, but I know it's something I need to do. So that's kind of how I ended up where I am.
That's awesome. So let's kind of, I guess, give listeners an update on where you're at this point. You have a couple of songs out. Maybe let's start talking about those. You have the song Lullaby and Standoff. Can you tell us a little bit about your sound and the sound of those two songs?
Yeah, I have three out now. I've got Lullaby, Standoff, and Old Morty. The whole idea of them is kind of, we developed a sound called Western drum and bass.
Cool.
Yeah, so taking kind of country Western elements in the guitars and the other live instruments, and combining it with a more modern drum and bass feel, as well as some very cinematic elements like spurs and gunshots, or anything that can really bring the song to life and kind of make it a story of its own.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Lullaby is like a love song, and then on the opposite of the spectrum, Standoff is it's a breakup song. It's about, like, that moment when you're both standing there and you know, you've both got your ammo about what you're going to say, but, like, who's going to fire first?
You're all in there.
Situation. Yeah, and then Old Morty is a song that I kind of wrote reflecting on my mother's life, where, you know, you kind of see that we pass those homeless people on the streets every day in Toronto, and we never, some of us don't stop to think, you know, what's their story? How did they get there? Because a lot of them maybe have mental health issues or something else, and that's why they're there, and they really don't belong there, and it's a little heartbreaking, and I kind of wanted to shine that light for people, to allow them to see the other side of things.
Well, that's excellent. I mean, you definitely cover a wide spectrum in terms of messages in your songs. I know songwriting is really important to you. Is that something that you're hoping to continue with the production of your first EP?
Yeah, absolutely. It's essential to what I do. I mean, it's almost why I do what I do. Like, the songwriting is so a part of me. I also help other artists write songs and stuff like that, too. Like, I just really love it. I have always had a passion for writing, but it seems that I'm much better at writing more concisely and in small blocks, like for songs and stuff like that.
Okay, well that makes sense. Now let's talk about the upcoming EP and the Kickstarter campaign. For those who don't know what that is, can you give them a little bit of a background to how that works?
Yeah, Kickstarter is it's a website. It's an online funding platform for creative projects where someone like me will put up a creative project like a music or a movie or something, and we ask people if they like it, if they can fund it, if they can put, $25 down here, $30 here, maybe sometimes even as low as like mine starts like $1, $2, to really bring that project to life and to be a part of it. which is really nice. We have like prizes and stuff for the backers. Like if you give $25, you'll get a copy of the EP. You'll get a signed copy of like a physical CD or something else that I might have, like a poster. And the cool thing about Kickstarter as well is it's actually an all or nothing program. So if I don't reach my goal of $5,000, then no one gets charged. I get nothing because I'm not looking to take people's money and run. Like, that's the amount that I need to make it happen. So,
wow. So at this point, I know it just launched earlier this month. At this point, how are things going with the Kickstarter campaign?
Yeah, so we kicked off on March 19th, and it's going really, really well. We've got a lot of support. It's very overwhelming and actually just very heartwarming to see how many people are really for this, and I'm really ecstatic about what's to come.
Awesome. Well, Mandy, if fans want to help you with your Kickstarter campaign and help you make that EP, where can they go online to do that?
Well, the easiest place to go is my website, which is mandybo.com. There's a link there that'll take you to the Kickstarter project, and all my social media contacts are there. So there's always links on my social media talking about it.
Of
so
course.
It's fairly easy to find that way.
All right, fans, will be sure to check out mandybo.com and definitely check out Mandy on social media, connect with her, and if you like what you hear and you want to help her out, definitely check out the Kickstarter campaign to help her make the EP. Mandy, thank you so much for chatting with us this afternoon.
Oh, thank you. It's been wonderful.